it's hard to tell people, just wait, just hang in there. When their whole life is falling apart, when everything about them is not right, when things are just not falling into place. The word tells us, blessed are those who will endure trials in the book of James. So God knew that we were going to go through things. God knew that we were going to experience things in our lives, a lot of things that you know, we're not built to handle by ourselves. That's why he says, hey, come to me, give those things to me, or endure them. And like I said, it's hard to tell people to just be patient, hang in there when their whole life is falling apart, when nothing is going right, when bills are due, when you have to start all over from scratch. Anything. When you find out that your child is not going the right direction, or whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're struggling with, those are the things that we have to say, I'm going to stand in this because God is going to rescue me out of this. And that's just the thing, God is going to rescue us out of whatever we're going through if we want rescuing. And I just know how hard it is. How much strength you need to say, okay, I'm just going to place my feet on solid ground and I'm going to endure whatever it is. It was so hard for me when I was looking for a job, almost a couple years ago. It was so hard for me to, place my feet on a solid ground and say, you know what? I know God is working this out. I know God is going to have the best job for me. I know He's going to put me in the best place, and I'm going to prosper, and I'm going to, be happy where I'm at, where I'm going, because it's Him, it's His plan. I'm going to endure this. I'm going to get through this. But it was hard. And I know there's so many other people going through much worse than just finding a job. I know I don't really like to talk about family stuff, but my brother experienced a tough loss. And he's going through a period in his life where I feel like God is telling him, hey, I got you. Even though things are literally falling apart, literally burning up. His apartment complex was burned down, and he lost a lot of his belongings. And he has to start over. And I hate that for him. I wish I had the funds, to say, hey, here you go. But he has better than funds. Because when it comes down to it, yeah, it's painful, it hurts, it's like frustrating. But once God shows up, it's like, man, this was worth the wait. This was worth the wait. Once God shows up, it's always on time. And I know, from my experience, so many times I had to place my feet on solid ground. I had to stand and know that God is going to get me out of this. So many times. And I know that there's so many of you who are experiencing something similar or who have experienced something similar. But I also know that there's a lot of you that experience God showing up. You experience both sides. The pain, the worst of it, and the blessing. Wow. Blessed are those who endure. Loss of a child, loss of any loved one, loss of a apartment, a home. These are trials. These are the trials that God are telling us to stand in. Wow. And I don't know if anybody else believe it, but I know it's asking a lot for us. It's asking a lot. But I think that's why he lets us know that if we do endure, we're going to see the crown. If we do endure, we're going to be blessed. Don't give up, y'all. Don't give up. And I know a lot of my messages are about that, about not giving up and about, staying encouraged. And that's why I know a lot about it, because I've been through a lot. So I only talk about what I've been through, what I've experienced. And I know how hard it is. I know it's not an easy task. It's not an easy ask at all. And it's almost like, God, why? But then he says, why not? This is how you're going to grow. This is how you're going to become closer to me. This is how I'm bringing you close to me. What you're going through right now is why I'm allowing it to happen, because I want you to be closer to me. I want you to know that I am all you need. God is in control. God is in control. When it comes down to it, God is in control. So yeah, hang in there. He knows what you're going through right now. He knows. And he's on the way. Just endure. You got this. You got this.